Not long ago, you were at a debate about the solutions to the crisis. You talked about two alternatives. One is, a neutral Ukraine. The other is to follow the Biden administration to double down on the sanctions on Russia. And tell us more about that, your choice in particular.
Well, I believe the only way out of this war and the only way to create any semblance of stability in Europe is for Ukraine to become a neutral state, for Ukraine to give up its aspirations to become part of the West, to give up on its aspirations to become a Western bulwark on Russia's borders. The Russians will accept nothing less. So if we want to end this conflict, we have to move to neutrality, a neutral Ukraine. But there's no evidence that's going to happen. It's unacceptable to the Americans. And instead, what the Americans and their allies are doing is they're doubling down at every turn. And this is why you see so much escalation in this conflict. The Americans are looking for ways to defeat the Russians in Ukraine and to badly damage the Russian economy. What the Americans are trying to do is they're trying to knock the Russians out of the ranks of the great powers. This, of course, is why, from Russia's point of view, what the West is doing represents an existential threat. And we do more and more every week to up the ante. And all this does is cause the Russians to do more and more to up the ante. So both sides are upping the ante more and more each week. You have this spiral mechanism at play. And in no way is this likely to lead to a neutral Ukraine, which again is the only way out of this crisis. So where this all ends at this point in time is hard to say, but it doesn't look like it's going to end up in a neutral Ukraine, and therefore it doesn't look like it's going to end up with a meaningful peace agreement.